Good morning. It is Friday, so it's officially Tome Topple time. I just wanted to do a quick update, let you know that I'm vlogging this. Obviously, you'd know that if you press this video. My biggest plans for the next week to finish, to make some progress with. First up, over the next 2 weeks, I want to finish Malice by John Gwynne, which my buddy read with Michael. I tapped it, so I know how much I need to read every day, and then I'll remove the tabs as I get along with the parts and I finish them. The other book that I'm also planning on starting, but that will not be until tomorrow, that is Children of Blood and Bone. I want to finish that. I already read some parts of it back in May. And I have sort of thought about listening. I'm going to be listening to this in audio, so I have to find the spot that I've gotten to. And then I'm planning on listening to approximately an hour a day. And we'll see how much that equals to in this book. I've set up at least 50 pages, but I think that it'll be more because I listened to it in 2.0 speed, I believe that I will. So I think that it might be 60 or 70 pages over an hour. That's at least what all the other books have been like. And the other book that I'm planning on working on over the next week as well is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is my buddy read with Becky from Beck's Books. And currently I'm only on page 44. But I've only planned to read a couple of chapters a day of this one when I get into it. And then finally I have also Night Shadow and Hero of Ages on my TBR. And I think that I might pick up Hero of Ages to all the extra time that I have over the days. So I actually wrote down a plan. It doesn't make sense to anyone else but me, but I just wrote a code for what book I'm talking about and the page I need to get to in that book by that day. So that's good. And when I finish, I'll finish Children of Blood and Bone by the time I get back to work. So I'll be interested in seeing what I'll pick up afterwards. I'm sort of in a Robin Hobb mood. I haven't listened to any of her books since January, so I really would like to get to the next book in the Rainwhite Chronicles, and that is actually just over 500 pages, because the first one wasn't, I think, or maybe it was just around 500 pages, because these are shorter than her usual books. I don't know, she was sort of forced to divide her first book to Anyway, I have to go to work. It's a short day today, but it's still, I have to work. So the weather here is really nice again. And I have vacation next week. And it's supposedly going to be staying nice all week. So that's nice. I'm not even gonna bother with a jacket this morning, because I'm just gonna get into my car and it's not super chill. But also, since it's weekend today, it gets short. Fridays are short, but we have to do status thing because it's the economical year in Denmark. It's from the 1st of July until the 30th of June, so we have to make sure that our inventory is completely counted up and correct and all of that. So that's what we are going to do today at work. I don't think I'll be able to go at the normal time, but it depends a lot. This was my update for now, so I'll see you later and let you know if I've been reading anything. Hi guys, and good evening. It is 10:30 and I just came back from my parents. I apparently got a little bit of a sunburn today. Again, it seems like it's a reoccurring thing. Not a terrible one, but because I was at my parents' place and I was just sitting reading, trying to get some reading in. I was only sitting there for I want to say an hour. I didn't even read all of it, but that's because both my sister and my mom and my dad was there, so they kept talking to me while I was reading, which is something that they do, but I am a guest, so I guess can't really do much about it. I did manage to read 28 pages, but it's kind of slow going in the beginning, and the font is very tiny. The font is like super tiny. Not the sort of font that I enjoy reading either. I don't think it's very easy on the eyes. I think it's just regular Times New Roman or something, and I think that's the ugliest font in the history of the world. I much prefer if you use like some of the older style, like the original Kindle books, like when you had a paperwhite. I don't know what it's called, the first sort of Kindle edition, one of the first, the one that I had. This sort of font style on that is my favorite kind of font. So that's also why I enjoy actually reading Kindle books, because you could set the settings to your type of font you like and to the size that you like reading them in, so that it goes easier on the eyes. And this is just takes me forever to get anywhere. But Michael really said that he really enjoyed the first part, and I have like 15 or so more pages, and I definitely enjoyed the second chapter a little more than the first. So I think it's switching perspectives. So I think I just have to get used to the characters a little bit, and then we'll see how it goes. But that's the only thing that I've read for the Tome Topple today, because I listened to the Bollywood Affair, which I've been working on over the past week, and I still have an hour left. I listened to 2 hours today. I was hoping to finish it because I didn't think that I had. I thought that I could listen to a lot, but I had to do a lot of like calculating today, and so I couldn't really listen to audios while I did that, because that's not. I can't function like that. So I only listened to an hour at work today. I'm planning on trying to finish today's part in bed, and then I'll read the next part tomorrow morning when I wake up as the first thing, because I have to go to my brother's place tomorrow. There's a 1.5 hour drive there, but I'd like to actually finish tomorrow's reading before I have to go for that. That's at 8:30. I usually wake up really early, but we'll see. If I don't wake up super early, I'll just bring this with me and read that. But otherwise I'll bring Discovery of Witches with me, and possibly my ebook so that I can read something on the way home, or just my headphones that I can listen to an audio on the way home or something, like the rest of this audio, the audio that I'm listening to now. So that's the plan. Right now I'm gonna watch a few YouTube videos before going to bed. I'm thinking about 20 minutes. So I'm pretty tired, but I shouldn't be complaining, because at least I get full night's sleep. I've just been spending time with my sister, who has a boy, a little baby boy, as you know. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know this, that she recently had a baby, and she hasn't really been having a lot of sleep lately. So yeah, I think the last 2 days he has been not the best at sleeping, and so she hasn't had the same amount of sleep either. So she's very overtired. But hopefully she'll get a lot of sleep tonight. But things are going well with the feeding, and he's gaining weight a lot these days, so everything is back to normal, I think. Also, if my vlog ends up being super duper long, I'll apologize. I also will apologize for the terrible lighting, so we'll see. Bye. Hi guys, so this is day 2 of Tome Topple. I managed to almost read all of the pages that I needed to do this morning. I just needed another 20 or so pages. I had to catch up on yesterday's reading because I never got around to read anything of that after I got home. But now I'm gonna leave to go to my parents, and I have brought Discovery of Witches with me. I can hear the car outside, so I'll Hi guys, it's now 10:30. I'm so tired. I spent all day with my brother and my parents and my sister. We went to an art museum. I don't know how, if it works or anything, but I did manage to get a little bit of filming in while I was there. Um, According to reading, I made it to page 60 in Discovery of Witches. I didn't read very much in the car. I think it was only like 20 pages. But the drive is a lot shorter now than what it used to be because there's almost a highway all the way there now, which that didn't used to be. It used to be like 1.5 hour drive. Because the motorway didn't start until we've had been driving for like 35 minutes or something. Now it's only 15 minutes and you can catch up so much on the highway. I think the actual driving is only maybe an hour and 15 minutes, maybe. I mean, I know 17 pages is not a lot in an hour, but my parents are listening to music in the car and they're talking and trying to talk to me again, so yeah, it's not easy. And tomorrow's gonna be a busy day again because my sister is moving, and I'm definitely going to be helping her with that. But I figure we're gonna be finished with that around lunchtime, and so I have a lot of time afterwards. But tomorrow's also a World Cup game between Denmark and Croatia, and we're in knockout stages now, so it's like win or lose, win or go home. So that is exciting, but that's not until 8 p.m. So that's okay as well. So I do have some time to read tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so I hope I'll be catching up on Malice and Discover Witches by tomorrow, and then we'll see if I manage to read anything else. Right now, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired, and yeah, I actually walked 14,000 steps today, almost 15,000 actually. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm tired. I mean, I don't notice it a lot. And then there was the sun. The sun is also making one tired, but it was interesting with the food because it's like a street food market, so you can just pick between all these kinds of places. I decided to go with something I never heard before. Like it was a Caribbean kitchen thing, and I asked them if it was really spicy because I'm a wimp when it comes to this. I mean, definitely when it comes to chilies. I'm not that bad when it comes to like ginger and other sort of spices. And I don't mind a small kick or something. So I asked them if it was spicy, and they said no, no, it's not spicy at all. You can just add chili if you want to. And I was like, okay, but then I want this, which was like a casserole thing, and then afterwards they said that if you wanted some chili on it, I was like, no, that's fine, because I didn't want to take any risks in the case it was really strong chili sauce or something, chili oil, whatever it was. And it was, even though I didn't do it, it was so spicy, like I could barely eat it. And I'm like, I'm never trusting people who are used to spicy food telling me that things are not spicy because they don't have the same taste buds as I do. I'm a Dane. We don't have spicy food at all. And even though some people are really good with that, I have never been. I don't like it when I can't taste anything else than the burn. And that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I want to be able to taste the differences in the flavors and stuff, and I can't taste that with a lot of chili in my food. So that was my update for now. Hopefully there'll be a lot more reading when it come into the next coming days, because I feel like I haven't been reading anything at all. um, which I almost haven't. I mean, I'm like, possibly I've read 100 pages so far for the readathon. Guess I'll catch up a little bit tomorrow, and possibly a lot on Monday, and then I'll be back into the jam. Good evening, people. It is now just past midnight. It's 12:30. No, I haven't read anything apart from Malice for the Tome Topple today. I helped my sister move. Did I say that earlier? I helped my sister move all since 10 or something, and my sister, and that took a lot of time. I think we were home from there at around 4, and me and my brother, we decided we wanted to go see the football match, the World Cup match against Croatia on the big screen, which was a big event where most of the city was down watching the match, and that was a lot of fun. It was one of those matches that went into extra time and shootouts. Sadly, it ended with Denmark losing against Croatia, because apparently our players don't know how to score goals. So yeah, I wasn't nervous about the defense too much. The actual time ended 1-1, and then the shootout ended 3-2. There were 2 goals because from Denmark in the shootout. And yeah, Smeichel did what he could. He saved a penalty kick in the extra time, which was amazing. And I really thought that will put some energy into the players, but Eriksson failed majorly in the World Cup as a whole. I mean, he's my favorite player, and I don't think he did himself justice, not one bit. He scored a goal, he was an assist to the first goal in the first match, but other than that, he was just really, really not there in the match. It seemed like he did a lot of mistakes and stuff. But I knew when Nikolaj Jørgensen was the one to do the last penalty kick that it will probably end up with the goalie saving it, because he's not a very good attacker. He never scores for the team. Never. He might be good in Feyenoord, which is the Dutch team that he's playing for, but he's not ever been good at playing for the Danish national team. So that was a bit of a letdown. I hope that it was going to be Josef Poulsen who would do that. So I'm rambling about the sports, and then when I got home, I watched the live show for the Read Your Face Off, talk about the book club we have, where we're doing a read along of the Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire series, and Game of Thrones they finished that in June, so they had a live show, and they're gonna go on to book 2 now for the next 2 months, and then book 3. So I believe I'm joining in on Feast for Crows, which is the 4th book, which is the book that I've gotten to. So yeah, but at least I have tomorrow off, so I do plan on getting a lot of reading in tomorrow, both audio listening and regular reading. Now I'm gonna sleep. I don't have a lot of voice either. It got pretty strained while watching the game, but I had a cup of tea, but now I'm gonna go to bed and sleep. Hi. Hi. Oh. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Hello everyone, it is now Tuesday. I never got around to update anything yesterday because I had a bad day. I didn't feel very well at all. However, I'm feeling a lot better today. I have spent all day since about midday with my sister and my nephew, and we went into town, had an ice cream, bought a few things, and did some grocery shopping, and he was sleeping all of the way through that. I have also today managed to read what I didn't read yesterday of this, and also what I'm supposed to read today. So I am on page 221 of Malice, and it's definitely getting a lot better now. There's a lot of the characters that are coming together. Like there's a lot of more interweaving between the point of views, which I'm really enjoying. There's going to be this sort of war against some giants. Like there's some things that it seems like there's going to happen something happen about some old tales, old myths that they'd all heard about, stories, legends, and stuff. And it might come true because there's been signs, so they're trying to prepare for that, and they're not really sure whether they want to believe it or not. Anyway, I actually just came home and I saw that I have a parcel, so I decided to unwrap this. I don't know what it is, if it's a book depository one, but I think it's an Amazon marketplace purchase. Yeah, it's actually a book depository. Wow, that was fast. To my book bestie. This is an interesting bookmark. And this is so funny that it's wrapped in, but this is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, which is going to be the book club pick for Read Your Face Off. I wanted to try out her books, so I really wanted to read this. I really love how the cover looks, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. It's a little bendy, so I think I'm going to have to put that in some sort of pressure to rub it out. But if I like this, then she also wrote Foolish Heart, which is a probably a lot more popular book on BookTube, but also First and Then, and all of her covers are just really, really pretty. But since this was the Read Your Face Off book club pick for July, I decided to go with it and buy it, and I will try and read this later this month. Apart from Malice, I haven't really been reading anything else for the Tome Topple, so hopefully tonight I will get some more read from A Discovery of Witches. It's not as hot in here today as it was yesterday because the wind has changed and it's now coming from the west, and then it's automatically a little more chill where I live because I live in the west side of Denmark. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of audio from this. I'm almost done with this one, and I also finished another book, but those are not Tome Topple related, so I'm gonna save and talk about them in my weekly wrap up later this week. So yeah, this was all I had for you today for this update. I'll see you later. Bye. Hi guys, it is now Wednesday, and so far I've managed to read the pages for this today. I've also finished reading my Danish fantasy books, which is not part of the Tome Topple, but I'm going to make some lunch now, and after lunch I'm pretty sure I'll be picking up Discovery of Witches so that I can continue it. I just went to the library and got like 9 or 10 books. Like, I need more books, but it was mostly because I needed the next Stephen King book, and then there was another book, and I was like, I'm here anyway, I just as well just pick up the things that I want. And so I have the sequels and stuff, so that's what I did. And yeah, but I don't know if it will be up by the time I publish this video. If it is, I'll leave a link to my library haul here. Otherwise, look out for it on my channel. It'll probably be up soon. Anyway, this is my update for now. I'll see you. Hi guys. So it's now Thursday, and we're exactly a week into Tome Topple. It's been a really grand all day, but of reading, I have only been reading like a couple of pages in The Discovery of Witches. Wow! I picked another book to start out with today. I'm now on page 102, so I read 30 pages in this. And I didn't read my part in Malice yet, but I will get to that later. I have to do some dishes now, while I'll be listening to an audio. And then I'll probably read the 40 pages in Malice this evening. I have also been reading a little bit in Children, Blood and Bone today, because that's the audio that I'm working on now. So I am currently on page 237. So I've already almost read another 100 pages since starting this for Tome Topple, and so that was nice. I have been down to the city with my sister. I bought I was getting sick of all of my pens just being in those plastic containers that goes along with the pens, because every time I had to use something, I put all of them out and I just left them there because I was not finished. And I think this will keep me a little more organized with all of them in one place. I actually bought 2 of them because I didn't think they could be in this jar, but it's no problem. Maybe I can use this for something else. It's actually for plants, like potted plants, but I'm just gonna use it for this. So when I got home, there's a little slip that I can pick up something at the post office tomorrow, because I couldn't be there. But there was also a little small parcel which I had completely forgotten about. So I'm gonna unwrap it now. I wonder what it is, because it could be so many things. Ooh, yeah, Rhea is gonna be happy with this one. Another one of those "Who's Your Book Friend" bookmarks. I'm not gonna give this to any book friends, because I don't have any in real life book friends that will be as happy with bookmarks as I am. So, but the book that I got is Swords Point by Ellen Kirshner. I don't know how many times Rhea had been telling me to get these books. This is like, I think I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is like Rhea's absolute most favorite book of all time. At least it's in her top 5. I know that for sure. So I'm very eager to get to this. I had to buy it full price because I couldn't wait around any longer, and this was cheaper to get it for Book Depository rather than Amazon. So I got that, and this is a mass market, but it's one of the floppier ones. So it's like my fascination, and the font is small, but I'm very much looking forward to getting to this. So, woohoo! Yeah. Let's see when I'll get to it, actually. So I'm just going to put it along with my other recent purchased book that are not wrapped yet, because I have to do a haul before I can do that. So, yes. So this was my update for now. We'll see if I update you later. I'm going to be posting, I think, this video tomorrow, because then I have a week and then another week next Friday. So we'll see if I do an update before tomorrow. Otherwise, this will be my last update date, and you'll see this soon. Oh my god, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna listen to an audio now and get working on my dishes, and then we'll see what happens. See you later.